Hello and welcome to a new video. Before I get into today's video, I just want to say a huge thank you to all of you. You may have realised, you may not have realised, but I have reached 10,000 subscribers, and that's thanks to those of you who watch me regularly, like my videos, comment on them, possibly share them as well. So I just wanted to say thank you so much, and here's to our next 10,000. So let's get into today's video, which is all about wearing prints. Now, a few of you have said to me that you don't really have any prints in your wardrobe. And I wanted to go through a few things about wearing prints, which I think you might find useful. So one of the first things that you might want to think about is the size of the print, because if you balance the size of the print with you, then it's going to work much better on you. So as an example, if you're petite and you wear a large print, it's going to swamp you and drown you. If you're very tall, or perhaps you're on a grander scale, perhaps you're a plus size lady, then if you wear a tiny print, that's only going to emphasize the size. So balancing out the size of a print with you is one of the first things to think about. So something like this print is, I would say, kind of a medium print. So this is going to work on most people other than somebody who is really tiny. This is a slightly smaller print, and but it's quite busy, so even though I'm a size 16, I can get away with this print because it is quite busy. And then this one is kind of a much larger print. The details in it are much larger. So this is the kind of print which I think might be too much on somebody who's really tiny. So that's my first little tip about wearing prints, is to think about the size of them. So the next thing to think about is your personal style, and this is kind of tying that print into who you are. So for me, my personal style, I like things that are quite fluid, I like tactile fabrics, I like things that are soft, I don't like anything that's too restricting. So for me, this kind of print is great. It's soft, it's got curves to it, it's nothing too rigid or too structured. And again, something with the florals, again, it's got curves in it. There aren't really too many straight lines. Now, that works with my body, but it works with my personality as well. And you might find that when you're looking at a print, this doesn't come to mind. What comes to mind is you see a print and you think, oh, I absolutely love that. If you analyse it later on, then you might realise that that is what's going on. Your personality is making you like that print because it works for you. I've gone against the grain a little bit with this print because it does have some straight lines on it. But in a way, because they're sort of curving across the body, even though they've got straight points to them, it kind of does still fit in. And with this one, it's the colours as well that I really like. So that sort of lime green in there really drew my eye to it. Another one here, again, it's a sort of soft circular print rather than anything too rigid. And so these are always the prints that I get drawn to. So that's two tips for you. Think about the size of the print and then think about your personality. Now, of course, another important thing to think about is the colours. And when you're putting print into your wardrobe, it's really important that you have things that you can wear it with. If it's just a dress and it's all in a print and you don't need to put a jacket or anything like that over it, then that's fine. But when you're thinking about putting, say, a print on your top half and what you're going to wear on the bottom half, or if you're putting a print on the bottom half and what you're going to wear on the top half, you really need to think about colours. So let's say I've got in my wardrobe this top, I've got these trousers, I've got this top, and I've got this top. Now, the first thing that I can do is look at those and see what's common among them. And you may start to see a bit of a theme when you look through the prints that I've got in my wardrobe. First of all, what I would do is pick out if there's a neutral in the print, and in all of these prints I've got navy. So in order to be able to wear these in my wardrobe, ideally I need a pair of navy trousers or a navy skirt that's going to go on the bottom of them. So as soon as I bring in navy trousers, then it starts to work. And again, I can put that top with it and so on. Now, it might not just be a pair of trousers that you need to think about. You might want to think about a jacket or a top piece that goes with it. So when I'm looking at the neutral in a print, I want to think about, do I have something to wear on the bottom? Do I have something to wear over the top of it? And then something like this long line linen cardigan with the navy trousers, I can put any of those tops underneath it. So that's the first thing, thinking about a neutral that's going in the print. Now, when you're thinking about that neutral as well, think about your colouring, because for me, navy, or in some cases, this particular print has got black in it, so I can put black with it because I'm okay in black. But if you're looking at a print and thinking about what neutral should I put with it, if you've got lighter colouring, and say this was the print that you're looking at, then I would go for a soft white with that, or I might go for a taupe with it. So try and make sure that when you're thinking about those neutrals, they are neutrals that are going to work in your wardrobe with the rest of the colours and the capsule that you have in your wardrobe. So it doesn't mean to say that if you fall in love with a print that you can't add it in, because quite often you'll find that there is a neutral in there, or there is a neutral that will work well with it. Now, the other thing that you might want to do then is not put a neutral with it. There might be a colour in the print, which is a colour that you want to use in your wardrobe. And this, again, is another good example. So this one has got black in it, so I have worn it with black trousers. But equally, I'm going to bring it up close so that you can see. It's got this sort of deep, piney, greeny teal in it. And last year, when I was updating a couple of pieces in my wardrobe, I bought my favourite Eileen Fisher trousers in that sort of deep, piney, greeny teal colour. And so that, with that top, works really well. Now, I have 3 or 4 pieces in my wardrobe in this colour, so I can wear the plain on its own with other plain pieces, but equally, I can put the print with it. And then you can start to be a little bit more creative about how you mix the colours together, because I've worn that top with those trousers, and then I've popped this cardigan over the top of it. So I'm actually picking out 2 of the colours from the print to bring the outfit together. So you don't just have to stick to one colour that's in the print, you can pick out a couple, and it starts to make that outfit a little bit more creative and a little bit more interesting. So if the colours are sitting quite happily together in a print, there's no reason why they can't sit together in an outfit as well. Now, the other thing I wanted to say about colour, as I said, it doesn't have to just be a neutral that's in the print. What you may have noticed when I pulled out these prints was another common denominator about them, or another common colour. And here we've got another one, and here we've got another one, and yet another one. So I hope what you've started to notice is there's quite a bit of orange going on here as well. And orange or coral is kind of a signature accent colour for me. You'll find there's an awful lot of it in little pops in my wardrobe, and I do like to bring it out. So if we're looking at this skirt, for example, it's got the orange on it. This one has got black, so I might pair it with a black top, but then put the orange cardigan over the top so that I've got the 2 colours going on there as well. Now, of course, with this skirt, I could actually put the cream over it as well. But black and cream is a little bit too harsh for me. I do look better when I've got some warmth there as well. So by bringing that orange in, it really adds the warmth to the outfit. And this top, which I mentioned before, again, I can pair it with my navy trousers, and then I could pop the orange cardigan over the top of that as well. And then we can also take it a step further and be a little bit bolder. So we could take the top that's got the orange in it, we could pair it with a pair of orange trousers, and then again pop the orange cardigan over the top of that. It depends how bold you want to be with colours. Now obviously you know I love colour, so I'm quite happy to mix some of these bold colours together. So of course it doesn't have to be bold. If we take this kimono, we could pop that kind of light lime green underneath it, and again then pair it with the navy trousers. Now when you are mixing up your colours and your prints, if you want to wear a print that has got some sort of quite bright clashes of colour in it, but you're going to a more formal environment, so perhaps you're going to work, then I would always tone it down with the neutral. So if I was wearing that top with the orange in it, then I might wear it with the navy and keep the navy cardigan with it. If I wasn't going to work and I was doing something that was a little bit more fun and a little bit more relaxed, or in my lifestyle I don't need to worry about being too formal, so in that case I would pair it with the orange cardigan. And also it depends on your mood as well. Some days you'll get up and you want to wear some colour, and other days you do want to tone that colour down, so that's where bringing in those neutrals really work. And of course sometimes you'll have a print that is neutrals, and so with something like this, again I could put it with the black, and then because this is actually more of a sort of slightly greeny shade than it is cream, I could pop that cardigan over the top of it. But alternatively, if I really wanted to liven it up a bit, then again I could take the black top and I could put my colour over it. And of course your colour doesn't have to be a top piece, it could be something like a necklace. So it might be that with that top and that skirt, if I didn't want to wear a cardigan or a jacket, I might put a brighter necklace on it. So that's just a quick video which is a few tips on how to wear print. Remember, think about the size of the print, think about your personality and your personal style with the print, and then think about colours. Think about neutrals, think about whether there are any colours in that print that you want to pull out. Perhaps like me, you've got a signature colour that you seem to find always in prints, and you want to emphasise that colour. The other thing that I wanted to mention to you, which if you're signed up to my newsletter, you would have had an email earlier this week, was my 6-step style journey. Now, I have put together a program which I found that almost with every client, when I've gone through these 6 steps with them, we have had amazing success with creating a wardrobe that they love. So I'm going to link that down in the description box. Now you might have already done some of these 6 steps. The first one is colour, so you might already know which colours work for you. So you don't have to start at the very beginning if you have already done some of those pieces. You can start part way through. What I do recommend though is if you haven't done any of the steps that you do them in order, because there is a really logical process, and a process which I have fine-tuned and have found has worked best. So if you're interested in that, which prints and colour and all of that kind of thing does come into the program. So if you do struggle with putting colours together or putting prints together or knowing what's right for you, then you may well find this program of interest. So that's it for this video. If you liked it, as usual, please do give it a thumbs up. If you've got any comments or any questions, then leave them down in the comments section. And other than that, I will see you on Sunday for Sunday styling video. And again, thank you so much for our 10,000 subscribers. Bye for now.